Hello and welcome to the first English episode of the Luxxamed podcast. My name is Walitschek and I'm excited to introduce you to something truly special. The science, the technology and the vision behind Luxxamed, a medical microcurrent and LED therapy system developed and used across Europe and internationally. Whether you are a physiotherapist, physician, chiropractor, osteopath, or simply someone passionate about bioelectrical medicine and regenerative health, this episode is for you. Let's begin by answering the big question: what is Luxxamed? Luxxamed is a German-based medical technology company with a clear focus. And by the way, we are doing this since the year 2000. Our focus is clear: to provide evidence-based, regulated and effective tools that support natural healing through targeted bioelectrical stimulation. All of our systems are CE-certified medical devices and used by professionals in clinics and rehabilitation centers or sports medicine facilities. Luxxamed stands for regulated medical safety, scientifically grounded concepts. For example, we did several studies, even clinical studies and laboratory studies for looking after the ATP production, the inflammation, and all that stuff. But we will come to this later. And what we are doing is we have an FSM module that gives you customizable frequency-specific microcurrent therapy as it's known internationally. Our modern combination of microcurrent and LED light for cellular modulation is also included in our system. But what makes Luxxamed really different is the integration of science, adaptability and individualized feedback in a single compact device. But let's first start. If you don't know what microcurrent really is, I will give you a little introduction. So what is microcurrent therapy? Microcurrent is a form of electrical stimulation that operates at extremely low intensity, typically in the range of 1 to 500 microamperes. These current levels are so subtle that most patients don't even feel them, but what they don't feel can have a profound physiological effect. In fact, a well-known study by Cheng et al. From the 1980s, showed that microcurrent can increase ATP production, the energy currency of the cell, by up to 500%. ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, is responsible for many processes in our metabolism. For example, protein synthesis, membrane transport, inflammatory regulation, tissue repair, nerve signal transmission. That means microcurrent isn't about muscle contraction or stimulation, it's about cellular communication and metabolic regulation. It provides energy to the cell, helping the body do what it's naturally designed to do: heal. Let's look also after the FSM. What is the frequency-specific microcurrent? Now let's go a little bit deeper. Luxxamed systems are not just microcurrent devices. They integrated a module, a full frequency-specific microcurrent module, also known as FSM. FSM is based on the idea that different tissue and conditions in the body may respond to specific frequencies. For example, 40 Hz may support inflammation resolution, 396 Hz is linked to emotional tension, 10 Hz can support endorphin release, and all other frequencies. But some of you know all these protocols from Dr. McMahon, the frequency-specific microcurrent. What sets Luxxamed apart is this FSM functionality it's fully programmable across 4 independent working channels. That means you can build your protocols on an Apple iPad very easily and very comfortable. You can store them. You can even adapt them during the therapy is running. You have automatic protocols behind it. You can make also a scan of your frequencies, and you can build classic FSM protocols as well. And all this is integrated with a medical regulated framework and based on a real-time impedance measurement. But we will go to this in another episode more deeper, because FSM is just a model in our devices. We have a cybernetic metabolic system evaluated and developed during the last 15 years, which allows to make a parametrize of the parameters like the current, like the voltage, and of course the frequencies and polarities as well. But this is not a TENS unit. It's a therapeutic system for cellular communication supported by both clinical evidence and practitioners' experience. As I told before, we are doing this since the year 2000 with our previous devices, so we have a large amount of practitioners and experience in this field, even in the field of studies. So what about the light therapy, the LED light therapy? Yes, we are also included a low-level light therapy or LED photomodulation. Why? Because light, especially in a specific wavelengths we used in the Luxxamed, we have the color of green, blue and red, can also stimulate mitochondria, especially the enzyme cytochrome C oxidase, boosting, so we can boost the energy production with the LED light therapy. In combination with the microcurrent, this creates a synergetic therapeutic environment for pain management, wound healing, circulatory enhancement, and even stress modulation. Light modulates the surface level and near tissue mitochondrial activity, while microcurrent penetrates deeper to support the systemic system and localized tissue regulation. So what makes Luxxamed unit? Let me summarize what makes the Luxxamed system different. It's an intelligent feedback system. Behind the FSM module, you have a list of programs, let's say, where is an intelligent algorithm behind to measure in real time what's happened in the tissue, and then adapt or parameterize the parameters like frequency, like polarity, the microcurrent itself, and of course the voltage as well. That means every therapy session is dynamically tailored to the patient. And we have the 4-channel FSM support. You can work with multiple tissues and conditions at once, creating on complex protocols with an easy work on the Apple iPad. We are fully certified, CE certified. Luxxamed is a Class 2 medical device under the European Medical Device Regulation, which is called also MDR. This means safety documentation and clinical evaluation is a part of the system by design. Modular and compact. Whether you are in a large clinic, you have a medical cart. The device you have like a docking station, you can lock it in the medical cart. You can even lock the iPad on top, so you can easily use it in a large clinic, or you can just take the iPad and the therapy unit and the cables as well, and you can go for a mobile session as well. So it fits to your workflow without any complications. And who is it for? Luxxamed is used especially in Germany. We are based in Germany, directly in the middle of Germany, in Kassel. And most of our customers are physiotherapists, orthopedic doctors, osteopaths, medical doctors in general, sports therapists, and pain specialists. So it is helpful. We are, let's say, our intended use of the device is, of course, acute and chronic pain, muscle and joint inflammation, wound healing, stress-regulated dysfunctions, vagus nerve regulation, postoperative recovery, and we are, of course, supporting cellular regeneration in general. Of course, no device replaces clinical judgment or holistic care, but Luxxamed is a powerful tool to enhance what you are already do. Let's look. We believe in empowering practitioners with tools that are safe, adaptive, and scientifically rooted. Microcurrent and FSM are not fringe techniques. They are measurable, testable, and increasingly supported by both in vitro and in vivo data. And as your global network of users continue to grow, we are excited to bring this technology to new context, cultures, and clinical applications. So let's say this episode was just the beginning. There will upcoming episodes. We will dive deeper even in English, into, of course, the ATP and cellular metabolism, the FSM protocol design, vagus nerve stimulation, inflammation management, and all that stuff. And yes, to involve landscape of medical device regulation. So far, I will say thank you for listening. If you like to learn more, visit our website. It is www.luxxamed.de. There's, of course, also an English, Italian, and Spanish version on it. Or connect with us on Instagram. We are very powerful on Instagram and Facebook, of course, LinkedIn, or just write an email. All the data you will find in the show notes of this episode. So, until next time, stay regulated, stay informed, and keep supporting the cellular healing. I will say bye-bye.